Good afternoon. Now, if you don't think this song is the greatest song ever, I will fight you.
Gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's...
What's up, comic fans, and it's the return of Afternoon Delight, or New Comic Book Day Y, now with comic news. Anyway, it is the eve of Heroes Con, and so we're getting ready to go to Heroes Con. We've been digging through some books, but first off, I managed to stop at my local comic shop to pick up my comics because it is Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, and that's the why. All right, some interesting news. I just read about a Silent Hill inspired horror fishing sim. It's a new game called Out Fishing. It looks interesting. It's a first-person horror fishing game. That's what the description says. I guess somebody disappears in the forest, and it looks absolutely terrifying. Yeah, why not? Let's see if I can give you guys a little taste of what this horror fishing game looks like. Let's see. Here it is.
Pine trees, the still water. It almost felt like the world held its breath. The camp closed after the drowning. But something never came loose from that lake.
And you get to fish, make some money. Oh, looks like you build a pier here. So it's got a horror element to it. Oh, hell no. Ah, hell to the no. This is a fishing simulator? Get out of here. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather just play like any horror game other than that, like I'd rather just play Silent Hill. Anyway, Ooh. All right, so it is the eve of Heroes Con. Starts on Friday. We're on Wednesday, but we are getting ready to go. So we're packing the bags. We're gonna leave. We're gonna get there early Thursday morning, and yeah, it should be a good time. For those of you who came in for some comic book news, Spider-Man 94, the animated series from 94. A lot of people have been wanting that to be revamped, revived, relived, kind of like the X-Men series. Marvel so far has not agreed to redo the animated series, but they are releasing a 4-issue miniseries that should resolve some of the cliffhangers from Spider-Man 94. All right. So that should be something to hold you over until maybe the animated stuff gets kicking. We'll see. Batman, right? Getting a revamp. Batman #1. Gonna have some covers. They're gonna be polybagged. Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez will be doing a whole new series. Batman relaunches with a new issue #1 this September. All right, so this will be the 4th time that Batman will reboot, and only the 4th time, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, Matt Fraction's a solid writer, so this should be pretty cool. And Jorge Jimenez has been doing Batman for a while, so that should be also pretty cool. Looks like it's going to be a $4.99 book. Cardstocks will be $5.99, and there will be a foil variant that's being listed as $7.99. A lot of my stores sell the foils for $9.99. So yeah, just pay attention to the price. But if the MSRP is listed as $7.99 and not open-ended, then your store should have that comic for $7.99. Don't let them upcharge you. Of course, there'll be 1 in 25s and 1 in 50s. I'm sure there'll be a 1 in 100 because this is Batman. And it looks like there's going to be a wraparound cover called a DC Showcase by Artgerm, and that's going to go for $24.99. And then they've been doing these oversized books. They're going to have those for $14.99 and $19.99. So there'll be plenty of options. And then apparently they're going to do a blind bag. So Blind is a Bat, it's called, Polybag Edition, for $9.99. There'll be one randomly selected foil variant cover from artists such as Artgerm, Jorge Jimenez, Frank Quietly, Tedesco, Julian Tedesco, Jim Lee, to name a few of the artists. So that should be interesting. And I'm just seeing here, there's going to be some standalone tales in here. So you're not going to see like large arcs. So this should be a relatively interesting new Batman. They're going to attack Batman in a different way. Of course, Jorge Jimenez has been doing Batman for a while now, but this should be interesting. All right, guys, we're going to show the books and then we are out of here. Let me find the books first. Found them. All right. So what do we got? They've been releasing these Justice League cards. So we picked up Supergirl this week. So far we've had Green Arrow, Green Lantern. Green Lantern, I believe, was first, then followed by Green Arrow, and now Supergirl. Nice, nice. Don't forget to pick up your comic shop news. This one is for June 11th. Where was the June 18th one? And apparently there was a June 4th one. So I got both of these. I got one for May 28th. So we'll peruse these. And don't forget to recycle. All right. Chip Zdarsky. He's got his comic news. And these are cool because they're getting thick. Right? So there's a couple of pages in them. Yeah, they are. There's some ads now. Interviews. The manga splainer explain manga. So there's covering some manga now in here. Manga. Symbolic meanings. What do these symbols mean when they're around one of your characters in a comic? Interview with Chip. Chip Zdarsky talks with new Captain America writer Chip Zdarsky about Steve Rogers, the American Dream, and what it all means now. So Chip Zdarsky interviews himself. There's some other fun stuff. There's a Black Cat ad in here. But you can find all of this. Oh, we're talking about Mother Slay. But you can find all of this in Chip Zdarsky's little newsletter. All right, let's get to the books. First off, we have Bring on the Bad Guys Doom. This is Sister Sorrow. Sister Sorrow's first appearance is in Bring on the Bad Guys Doom. I got this cover. This is... Who did this cover? Bermejo. Is this a Bermejo cover? I want to say this is Bermejo. Did he sign it? No idea. But I believe this is Lee Bermejo. Nope. This is Lyrics. I was totally off. Totally off. Hey, Brian. Brian LCS in the house. So, first appearance of Sister Sorrow in Bring On the Bad Guys Doom. These are all one-shots with different villains. I believe the next one is going to be the Green Goblin. Mephisto shows up in this book. Some of these characters could stay. So there is a 1 in 10 design variant of Sister Sorrow. She doesn't seem to be popping that much, but who knows? We have Exquisite Corpse, the polybagged. Brian loves collecting Spidey. You head into Heroes? Yeah, actually, I'm leaving later tonight. So I'll be driving overnight. Not just myself. I'm going with Izzy and Cliff. And we should be getting to North Carolina sometime tomorrow morning. All right. So this is Exquisite Corpse. This is the C cover. It's polybagged. So we're opening the polybag right here, right now, live. See what's in here. I was told that there may be a collectible card in this. So what do we got? We have an exquisite corpse. I wouldn't even call it a backboard. It's just some kind of art page. So we'll put that over there. Oh, saving a beauty. Things falling off the wall. All right. But yeah, we're heading there. We'll be all right. I'm just destroying stuff over here. Yeah, we're heading there. We'll be there Thursday morning. We'll go pick up our passes and stuff like that, and then we'll see you there Friday morning. Nice. Are you staying at the hotel? All right. So there's the collectible Exquisite Corpse game. This is Pretty Boy. Issue 1 supposedly had one of these too, and supposedly there's a chase foil for this. Yeah. This was the back cover, and this is a comic. Exquisite Corpses. Pretty good, James Tynion on this is writing this. I read issue 1 yesterday. And also Michael Walsh and James Tynion. But yes, so they've been releasing these with these collectible cards. So that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and put this in a bag and board. Put the card on the back. We'll put the comic in the front. And we will get to reading this at some point. Maybe we'll even bring this to Comic-Con. Get it to Heroes Con. Get it signed. All right. Next up, we got the 1 per store of Exquisite Corpses. Sticker was $25. I got the store discount, so I got $5 off. This is just a foil of cover A. I think right now this is going for about $50 on eBay. So I'm debating if I'm going to bring it and try to get it autographed at Heroes Con, or we're just going to quick sell this guy. But yeah, safe trip. Thank you. Yes, at the Westin. Safe trip to yourself. I mean, I know you have a much shorter trip, but still, anytime you get in a vehicle and drive, right, there's always, they call it accident. So there's always the possibility, flat tire, etc. So hopefully you have, I don't know why I'm throwing this out to the universe, but you too have a safe trip. Brian, we'll see you soon. Looking forward to it. You got are you on a mission for any comics this year? I know last year you were picking up, you were looking for the Punisher, right? The first appearance of the Punisher. So any Spidey grails you going for this year? We also picked up Absolute Flash today, issue 4. It's wild that Absolute Flash and Absolute Martian Manhunter are already like issue 4. So is Green Lantern. So it feels like these books just came out yesterday. They grow up so fast. What else? Bug Wars. This might be the final issue. I forget if 5 or 6 is the final issue of Bug Wars. Jason Aaron on this one. It's been a fun read. It really has. Think of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but with more warrior and less cutesy ants. So it's a pretty fun read. Pretty good read. This Static Bag decided to have some cling. There we go. Bug Wars. No, keeping it light. Nice. I need Star Wars 68 to finish the run. All right. And I need 31. You need 31 different issues. Marvel Tales. MTU issues. All right. 31 sounds like a lot of comics. So we got Amazing Spider-Man number 6, JRJR on the cover, Black Cat and Spidey. So far I've been enjoying the Amazing Spider-Man, but we'll see. Marvel Team Up. That's what it is. Marvel Team Up. Not Marvel Tales. I don't know why I thought it was Tales to Astonish, because that's a U, not an A. Nice. What am I hunting this year? I'm gonna look for Ultimate Fallout 4. Hopefully 9.8 or 9.6. That's on my radar. And obviously I want to, well, not obviously, you don't know this, but I'm trying to fill my gap of Spider-Man between 2 and 300. So I've got some of the bigger ones already in that. So I just need mostly filler, a couple of $10, $20 books here and there. So that's also on my radar. I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to go, but I'm going to go one or the other. I'm either going to buy the big book or I'm going to fill the ASM gaps, but I'm not doing both. So we'll figure it out. Nice. And G.I. Joe. Oh, you just reminded me too. Transformers. I would like to get a good copy of Transformers 1 as well. So Transformers 1, Ultimate Fallout 4, fill in some of the ASM gap. That's kind of what I'm going for. And then maybe some Batman. What's up, Matt? It's going to be cool. Matt will be there. Brian will be there. We'll all be having a good time. Catwoman, number 77. It's been good so far, Catwoman. They're doing like, they're going back in time with Catwoman and telling some interesting stories, but the covers have been really cool over the last few issues. So I don't know where they plan on going with the Catwoman from here, but it's not really any present stories. These are stories about her past, but they're interesting stories. You kind of start to feel out who who Catwoman is. G.I. Joe number 8. Is there any foreshadowing here? Right? Baroness with the suitcase. Maybe she's out. Maybe she's not going to be a Joe anymore. I don't know. We got to read it. But I've been digging G.I. Joe. Really good series. And I only got one more book I'm so excited about this weekend. Yes, yes, yes. Me too. I have to finish packing because I'm leaving later tonight to head that way. Two more books. Cool. The penultimate book in my pile here, the next to last book, is Rat City number 15. I've fallen behind on this, but it's okay because Rat City doesn't really tie in to the current Spawn universe, right? This is future Spawn, but they really do like these big, colorful, like 90s panels in this book. So, who's the Zay Carlos is the artist, and it does look like he was heavily influenced by the 90s with this art style. So Rat City, we'll catch up on that eventually. The pile was dwindling and it's gotten bigger, and now we're going to North Carolina. So maybe I'll bring a few comics to read. I doubt I'm going to catch up though on any of that reading. So I'm probably just going to bring my apps and read them on there. Probably joining Destro. Will's in the house. What's up, Vogs? Vogs is excited. Everybody's excited. We're all excited. We're all going to have a good time. And I'm sure we'll all see each other before the meetup. So, but meetup should also be fun. All right. Last but not least, we have the Ultimates 3.0. The Ultimates are now on their third plan. The Ultimates 1.0 didn't work. Ultimates 2.0, they pretty much died, but didn't really, but they did. And then now they've got a third plan in motion in the Ultimates 3.0. Dennis Camp on this book. Dennis Camp he's doing really well. He's doing really well. Yes, we're burning Nazi stuff there. That's what I'm talking about. So, Ultimate Spider-Man number 19 is looking like it's going to be a good issue too, right? You've got Punisher, Mr. Negative, not Punisher, Kingpin, Mr. Negative, Spider-Man all duking it out. Let's see, Grey Hulk, She-Hulk plays a big role in the Ultimates. There you go. Ultimates 3.0. So that's it, guys. That was my yeah, well, I am leaving tonight. We'll be there sometime tomorrow morning. We'll probably get some breakfast. Head to the head over to the convention center, pick up our passes, and then that's it. Hang out for the rest of the day. So we'll see what what it looks like after we get there. All right. So if you go to the comic shop, guys, don't forget to get your freebies. You got the Zdarsky newsletter. Go ahead and grab that. They've been giving out these Justice League membership cards. Green Arrow, Green Lantern, and now Supergirl today. Oh, I forgot. I had some other books that I got. But let's go through these real quick. We have the Ultimates 13. We have Rat City 15. G.I. Joe number 8. Early Afternoon. Catwoman 77. Yep. ASM number 6. All right, Vox, if you're around, hit us up. Or should be me, Cliff, and Izzy. Bug Wars. Anybody who's around tomorrow afternoon, just hit us up. Hit us up on the gram. We got the Absolute Flash number 4. We got Exquisite Corpses, the 1 per store variant. I think this is going for 50, as I said. We also got issue 2. This is the C cover with the collector's card. So I missed on issue 1, so I'll just have to get that on eBay, or I'll see if they have it at Heroes Con. And then we got Bring On the Bad Guys, Martin Lyrics. I don't know why I thought this was Del Otto. Or no, Bermejo. I thought this was Bermejo for some reason. Bermejo does the cover A. He's cover A. But this is the Sister Sorrow cover. She's also on... Sister Sorrow is also on the 1 in 10 design variant. So I will send you my phone number on the gram. There you go. Or just put it up here. Put it up here for everybody. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, send me your number. What time are you getting there, Matt? And I think you told me yesterday, and I just forget. I forgot. All right. So also, I don't know if you guys knew this, but 616 Day was on Monday. Some of the comic shops got like these comic packs with pins. And I was lucky enough that the comic shop, one of my LCS's, Fourth World Comics, excellent shop. those guys, Primo, A-Top, guys, they hooked me up and they gave me the comics that came in that pack. So swag's in the house. Nice. All right, tomorrow round three. Honestly, after traveling all night, I might be taking a nap. But we'll definitely come out and see what's up with everybody. I'll be uptown at 1 something. All right. Yeah, Boggs is like a local, like Will's a Carolinian. So let me find those comics. If Brian LCS is still here, I picked these up at the 50-cent warehouse. Now, where are those books? I think I see them. I'm back. So yeah, 616. So it looks like Marvel's going to start doing the 616 day. Today was the first, or not this Monday was the first foray into it. Wasn't a huge thing. I don't even think a lot of people knew about it. But they did do some 616 books. So here they are. These are just, I don't want to say reskin. They're just variant covers. So, variant covers. But this is Fantastic Four Fanfare #1. This is a Greg Land cover. Pretty cool. And my comic shop didn't even charge me for these. The Fourth World Comics, I asked about it. They said I was the only person who even asked about the 616 day books. And they were like, you can have the books. There were some pins. They kept the pins, which is fine with me. I got free comics. What else do we have? We have Amazing Spider-Man #2. This is Sarah Pacelli. Then there's a X-Men. This is X-Men, I think 15. Yep, X-Men #15. This is Leinil Francis Yu on the cover. And then this is Avengers #25. And this is Mark Cicchetto on this. So yeah, I got extremely lucky that they just gave me these and they all have like the 616 logo. This comic has a little like a little indent because this one was right next to the pin set, and one of the pins kind of poked. Might even be a hole, but if you take a ball bearing, you can kind of get the dimple out. So we'll see how much damage was done to this, but whatever, it was free. It's not like I paid $100 for it or something. So it was cool indeed. All right. So anybody in the chat who's going to Heroes Con, if you got, what you're looking for, what are you bringing? What's going on? Brian's going after Star Wars issue #68 to finish his Star Wars run, volume 1, and then needs 31 Marvel team up issues. So keeping it light, but doing some hunting. Matt's looking for some Captain America, The Invaders, and G.I. Joe, and maybe some Batman. I know myself, I'm looking for like a Primo Transformers #1. And that's probably like a $400 plus book. So we'll see. Slabbed. If they have a nice minty one, unslabbed, I will definitely consider that. And then I do want an Ultimate Fallout 4 So we'll check the prices on that. I know my local comic shop also has one of those, so I can also just pick it up from them if the price is right. And yeah, then I just need some filler, some ASM issues between the issues of 200 and 300. So I think that's what my run is going to be, or at least that's what I'm going after. Yeah. Boom. Oh, and yeah, Scotty Too Hottie is there. Picking up some good cap. That's cool. Yes. Hoping to get a bunch of signatures from Claremont, Frizen, DWJ, right? Daniel Warren Johnson, Adam Hughes, and Art Adams for sure. Your biggest line out of all those is either going to be Daniel Warren Johnson, because unless this year is different, he only had specific times he was signing. Usually it was like first thing in the morning and then sometime in the afternoon. Chris Claremont's there pretty much all day, but his line gets long. You know, if you go multiple days, you may want to pick one guy to hit first thing in the morning, each morning, just get on their line. Frizen's line can be at times long, but last year at one point I just walked by and there was nobody. Like early in the morning there was a ton of people, then later in the day I walked by and there was nobody online, so I just walked straight up and got the autograph. So that was cool. Adam Hughes, I'm not sure about his line, but I can imagine that AH is going to have a decent line. And Art Adams is an unknown, honestly. For me, I mean, I know, and I'm not saying he's an unknown in the art world. I feel like his line will fluctuate, right? There are a lot of Art Adams fans, but I feel like he's not the first person everybody's coming to see, right? So you might look out with Art Adams. I think Adams and Frizen might be the easier lines, honestly. Adam Hughes, I'm not sure about, but I can guarantee you DWJ and Chris Claremont are going to have some solid lines. Scotty Young's going to have a ridiculous line. Scotty Young's lines start forming like an hour and a half, 2 hours in advance, and they go. I'm going to camp at his table. Just hide underneath the table. You know, they got the tablecloth. Just roll under there and hide. Yeah, for me, in terms of autographs, you know, I'm still not sure. I know first things first on Friday morning, I'm probably going to head to CGC and just submit some books. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where we take it from there. Trying to figure out who. I mean, I got some stuff for Frizen. I do have some stuff for Scotty Young. So I'll probably hit those guys up. Mark Brooks is going to be there. He's pretty cool. Ryan Brown. He's been doing some good work lately. Mitch Gerard will be there. Man. James Tynan's supposed to be there. Matthew Wilson will be there. So some pretty big names. Honestly, I think I am reading the wrong. I am reading the wrong year. That's funny. I totally checked what year I was reading. I'm going to move everyone out of the way with my get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'll be right behind you, like those guys who follow ambulances. I will chase you down. All right, let's see. I know what's his face is coming. Why is his name? I remembered it earlier. Did some really cool Batman and Wonder Woman covers. Batgirl cover. Oh man. Drawing a blank. But he's can't wait to see all y'all pics and I've been trying to clean out the camera for my phone storage for the last couple of days to try to just so I can fit all this stuff I want to fit in there. I'm just looking at the artist list right now. I guess you guys can join with me as I look at it. No, not Aaron Campbell. It'll come to me eventually, or I'll see it on this list. Let's see. I'm excited to also just peruse some of the bins. Sometimes you find some cool stuff in the comic bins. Sometimes there's some stuff they miss. I found an Ultimate Fallout 5 in a comic bin once. That's the second appearance of Miles Morales. I took a $50 book. And I think it was in a $5 bin, mint condition too. The guy looked at it and was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Yeah, it was in there." So couldn't take it back. But yeah, if you dig enough, sometimes you get lucky. All right. I'm not seeing any of the bigger names on this list. I think this was not the right list to look at. Let's see. But I clicked on Artist Alley. And that's what came up. See our featured list. Featured guests. So what do we got? We got Scotty, Arthur, Amanda Connor. Amanda Connor has done some really good work too. Jerry Conway, John Romita Jr. He's got like a VIP thing with him. It's like $200 or something like that, but you get like he does like a head sketch for you, which is pretty cool. Brian Stillfreeze, I like him. He's a cool dude. Roy Thomas, only there on Saturday. Chris Claremont, Jim Starlin, Stephanie Williams. Chris Claremont will be there like all day, every day. That dude doesn't go away. We got Arthur Adams. You got Michael Allred and Laura Allred. They're really good. Aaron Bartling, John Beatty. John Beatty like charges extra for Secret Wars if you try to get an autograph from him, like Secret Wars 7 or whatever. Brett Breeding. I'm gonna bring some blank covers too. Maybe try to get an autograph or two. Yeah, Still Freeze did some Batman for a little while, and I thought he was really good on it. And his lines are mixed bag. Go ahead and dig for me, Will. You damn right, we'll dig. Dig, dig, dig. I want to stop by Ed Piscor's family's booth and pick up something too. Yeah, man, that was a sad story. Cartoon Kayfabe was my favorite YouTube show. Shooter dropped out for health reasons. Jim Shooter, and they're getting up there. Mike Grell dropped out too. Yeah, he was nice. Want to get some Jurgen Sigs. Yeah, he was there last year, and I think he'll be back this year. Charles Vest is going to be there, bringing my Web of Spidey 1. Yes. Yes. Bob Camp. I waited on online with Roscoe. I was getting something signed by Bob Camp, and I think he charged like $15 a signature or something like that, and Roscoe didn't know, and he got his thing signed, and then Bob Camp was like, "Pay me." He wasn't like, "Pay me," but he's like, "All right." He's like, $15, and Roscoe was like, "Hmm." But he got his signature. Chris Claremont, before people started charging for signatures, he would charge like $5 a signature. Now I think it's up to 15. Like once people started charging, he decided to raise his price. So Chris Claremont was charging before people started charging for signatures when they were still kind of free. But it was only $5, which wasn't that bad anyway. As soon as people started charging like, $5-10, Chris Claremont jacked up his price. Now I think he's 15. Jerry Conway making his first Heroes Con appearance. Meanwhile, I've seen him a couple of times at New York Comic Con, but he's finally making his way out to North Carolina. Tom DeFalco will be there. Jeff DeCall. I like Jeff DeCall. Maybe I'll find like his artwork is just really, really cool, really dynamic. So yeah, Jeff DeCall. Yeah, I think I have this cover here. Inferno #1. I have this. This is Catwoman. That's Catwoman 43. Definitely got that one. Catwoman 50. I don't think I have this one. Catwoman Uncovered. Nope. So, but yeah, I like Jeff DeCall. He's got some cool covers. So maybe I'll find something in my bin for him to autograph. $15 still ain't bad. No. Yeah. Yeah, some of the older guys are charging a little bit more. So it is what it is. I don't blame them. Nick Dragotta. I like Nick Dragotta too. I have East of West #1. I'm debating if I'm going to bring that or not for him to sign. David Finch. David Finch, I think, does $25 a signature, but David Finch is, yeah, he's a master, I think, anyway. Finch is, he's on another level. Danny Fingeroth, first Heroes Con appearance. Trish Forstner will be here, guys. So get your Stray Dogs and Feral comics ready. What else? Ron Friends, Jenny Frizen, we've mentioned. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. He's actually, I think he's a really good artist. Enzo Garza is different. John Jang will be there. I have some stuff that I might bring for John Jang to sign. Jonathan Glapian, he's been in the game for a while. Frequent collaborator with Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Michael Golden will be there. Sanford Green. The art of Mike Grell. So maybe Mike Grell's booth will be there, but not Mike Grell himself. Cully Hamner, Scott Hanna. All right, Mike Hawthorne. Adam Hughes. We've mentioned that. Klaus Janssen has been around for a while. He's really good. Daniel Warren Johnson. Murder Falcon, I believe, was the book that, like, propelled him into the next level. And then Do a Power Bomb was really good. And then he did some of these. The Beta Ray Bill stuff was pretty cool. Then he got the Transformers, and it's been game over since then. Transformers. Dan Jurgens, there he is. You got your Superman stuff. Get your Superman stuff ready. Joe Kelly will be there. Back doing ASM. Greg Land. Creasley with threes. Ralph Macchio. I would tell you, as a kid, I was so confused when I would see Ralph Macchio's name. And it wasn't, because you're like, Ralph Macchio. Not the same guy. Alex Maleev, he's really cool. Steve Mannion. Mike McCone. Bob McLeod. Two solid veterans there. Joshua Middleton. That's who I was talking about. Batgirl. Joshua Middleton. He rarely comes over, to conventions in the U.S. So when he does do one, it's surprising, but just reading his little Heroes Con thing here. But I can't really name too much that he's been doing these days. Right? Batgirl number 16 sold out. $3,000. Damn. $2,000 for this Wonder Woman. Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, so these are like original. This Supergirl number 1 cover. I don't think that's his best work. Anyway. Some cool stuff. But yeah, Joshua Middleton was the one I was thinking of. Al Milgrom will be there. Oh man, there's so many like veterans that I could pull for, which means I got to get going. so I can do that. Plus I got to eat. I am hungry. Todd Knock. Peter Gwynn. Just so many cool people. Jimmy Palmiotti is going to be there. The Ed Piskor's legacy presented in his honor by members of his family. I remember I have some of the Hip Hop Family Tree comics. Like they were, they gave them away at Free Comic Book Day for a couple of years. So I have a couple of those. And I definitely have X-Men Grand Design. I probably have an issue of Red Room somewhere too. John Romita Jr. Joe Rubenstein is there. Alex Seviuk. Tim Seeley. Jim Shooter. Jim Starlin. Usually they update this list pretty quickly, so I'm surprised if people are out that they're still up there. Brian Stillfreeze. Yeah, I like Brian Stillfreeze. Ben Templesmith does some interesting art. Roy Thomas is there only on Saturday, this says. And this list just keeps going, huh? Charles Vess, right? That was mentioned. Lee Weeks. Yeah. I mean, you could probably just stick your hand in a comic box and pull out something from any of these people, right? You're going to find somebody there. And there's Scotty. And that's it. All guest announcements are tentative. There's the meet and greet with John Romita. They're both sold out. I'm pretty sure they're sold out. Let's see if I click the button. Yep, sold out, sold out. I had heard something about Joe Quesada might be showing up, but don't know. Just going to do a quick look online and see if there's any info on that. Let's see. What does this say? Nope. That's about him going to some other thing. Oh, Heroes Convention. What is this? Nope. I'm not seeing anything regarding that. Apparently there's submission. What is this? Heroes Con submissions are open. Can't make it to the con. Submit through us and get your book signed by your favorite creators. Nope. Not on this list. Oh, well. I thought maybe he'd be there, but I don't think so. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. All right, Brian, I'm about to head off anyway, but thank you for stopping by, guys. All right, so we're gonna head out. It's been fun, but yeah, I got to get ready for Heroes Con. I mean, let's go. Game time. So yeah, enjoy everybody being here. Thank you for stopping by. If you're coming to Heroes Con, I am looking forward to seeing you. And if you're not, I wish you were there. I'll miss you guys.
Good afternoon. Now, if you don't think this song is the greatest song ever, I will fight you.
Gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's
All right, guys. Yeah, see you this weekend. See you all this weekend if you're going. Yeah, every single one of you guys. All right, guys. So it's been fun. I got to finish, like I said, packing, and I got to get some food in me because I am starving. But we will see you there because Heroes Con will be there in just a snap. I wish I had something cooler than just a snap. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Peace out. Deuces. All that good stuff. And why not? We're going to end this with the dance party.